as yesterday, with Woodcook behind the plate. They'll have Vest at third base, Forrester at shortstop, Horvat at second, Campbell at first base. Namey will be in left field, Craig in center field, and Corbett will be in right field. On the mound, left-hander Connor Wild. Umpires today will have Reed Basner behind the plate, Marshall Santos at first base, Jose Polanco, who had the plate last night, will be the third base umpire. And before first pitch, let us pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Dick Palmer with you from Las Cruces, New Mexico. Game 2 of a 3-game series. New Mexico State all in white, and again they've got the jerseys with no numbers on the back. Well, they do have numbers on the back, they claim, but you can't read them from up here in the press box. And even the folks that work here all the time say they can't read them either. So we'll, with a little help, we'll try to identify everybody correctly. Wild taking his warm-up shots. Kevin Nichols will assume his position as third base coach and coaching first base. And I missed this last night. I didn't miss the fact that Ryan Huber was not with the team, but I had the wrong person coaching first base. It is Cale Benson. And I talked to Cale before the game. He said, well, I think I'm back out there, but I need a little more business tonight. So we'll see if we can make that happen. So Wild with his catcher Woodcook, and around the infield they will have Vest at third, Forrester at short, Horvat at second, Campbell at first, Namey in left field, Craig in center. That's the only defensive change from last night other than the pitcher. And Corbett will be in right field. Eston Snyder will lead off for the Raiders. Top 3 hitters in the order: Snyder, Tyler Minnick, Brett Von Dolan. Eston Snyder steps in against the left-hander. And first pitch is on the way, and it is in for a strike at 4:06 New Mexico time on this Saturday afternoon. 1 strike to count to the Raiders' Eston Snyder. Wild with the pitch. It swung on and hit right back to the mound. A little underhand toss to first will retire Snyder for the first out of the game. Eston hit it sharply, but right back to the mound. It had the pitcher not made a good play on that, and he has the glove on the right hand, and that's the side the ball was coming to. So being a left-hander, he had the glove on the right side for that particular ground ball. Tyler Minnick swings, hits a ball deep to left center field. Back is Craig, and he will make the catch on the warning track for out number 2. Minnick got into that pitch, but center fielder Craig was able to haul it in on the warning track. That was between the 385 and 400 marks on the outfield fence. Scoreboard here is in left center field at just above the 385 mark. Brett Von Dolan looks at strike 1. He has not seen many fastballs in this series. That was an off-speed breaking ball. 1 strike to count to Von Dolan. And the pitch to the plate, swung on, hit in the air to right field. That will be Corbett under it. He'll make the catch for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down. A very quick top of the first inning for the Blue Raiders. Nothing across. We will go to the bottom of the first inning. Middle Tennessee nothing. New Mexico State coming to bat. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Hey Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the bottom half of the first inning. No score in the game. Left-hander Chandler Alderman on the mound for the Raiders. He'll be making his 11th appearance, 11th start. Has 2 complete games, a record of 3-6, earned run average 5.40. 48 and a third innings. He has walked 23, struck out 38, and has allowed 8 home runs to date. So Alderman, who we mentioned earlier pitched well against New Mexico State at home last year, will try to duplicate that effort today. Mr. Callow's already sent a final in from Ruston, Louisiana. La Tech, a 10-3 winner over Dallas Baptist, and that will tie those two in first place in Conference USA, I do believe. Let me look, make sure about that. Nope, La Tech will still be a game behind. First batter is Forrester, and the pitch is inside, ball 1 from Chandler Alderman. Chandler, a sophomore, 6'5", 205 from Poplar Grove, Illinois. This pitch is swung on, tapped foul behind the plate. Count is 1-1. Now, Forrester was not with this team a year ago. This is his first year with the program. He is a transfer from Oregon State. And Coach Angier for New Mexico State has some ties up there. He was a former assistant at Oregon. Pitches outside, 2 balls and 1 strike to Forrester. So he was 2 for 3 last night. Also had a couple of walks, 2 stolen bases, had an RBI. And Alderman's pitch is low for ball 3, 3-1. It'll be Forrester, Solorzano, and Namey in the first inning for the Aggies. Raiders in their blue tops, gray pants, and the blue caps here on game 2. Pitch is popped up to the right side. And that's a tough chance. That's going to drop in front of Rogers in right field for a base hit. A little pop-up. I think the wind held that one in fair ground. I thought it was going foul when it left the bat. But Miller at first base, Badalak at second, Rogers at third, all tried to get to the spot, but the ball dropped for a hit, so it means he's been on base 6 straight times in this series. And he is also a base stealer. Stole 2 last night, and he's got 14 on the season. Here's Steve Solorzano. He's the DH. Alderman, a long look, and the pitch is low and into the turf. Good block by Minnick. Ball 1 to Solorzano. 357 hitter. Sophomore out of Las Cruces. He's a local youngster, went to high school here. 1 ball, no strikes. Throw to first, runner back. Even though he's a left-hander, Alderman does not have a particularly good move to first base. But he does have the advantage of looking straight at the runner. Pitch to the plate is inside, ball 2. And with a guy at like Forrester, who's a base stealer at first, it is just natural to assume that takes the pitcher's mind a little bit off the batter because he is a threat to run on any pitch. Not going. Pitch is inside, ball 3, and it's 3-0 to Sorlozano. Alderman goes for some rosin. Runner at first, no outs. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Alderman with the pitch and missed inside. Tried to go inside on every pitch and could not connect with the strike zone. So a 4-pitch walk will push Forrester to second. With no outs, the batter is Mitch Namey, the left fielder. He's a left-handed hitter and was 0 for 4 in the game last night. He'll be the only left-handed hitter in the lineup for the Aggies, although Forrester is a switch hitter. And he, of course, batted right-handed against Alderman. Runners at first and second, infield double play depth. They're keeping a close eye on Forrester at second base. Alderman with a pitch. Namey hits it to short. Wolf will go to second. Out there, throw to first. Good high throw by Badalak, pulled down by Miller. And that is a 6-4-3 double play. And with the double play, the runner Forrester moves over to third. So Sorlozano forced at second base, and then Badalak completed the play by getting Namey at first. So 2 outs, runner at third for Campbell. He's the first baseman, a right-handed hitter, and takes the first pitch in for a strike. Well, that has to do nothing but pump up the pitcher when his defense pulls a double play behind him. Runner on third is Forrester, and the pitch is swung on. Ground ball to short. Wolf over. Long throw to first. It's in time for the out, and that's going to do it in the bottom of the first inning. So New Mexico State off to a good start in the inning, but double play ground ball and another ground out renders them scoreless. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. So we've completed 1 full inning. Middle Tennessee nothing, New Mexico State nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
And we go to the second inning. No score in this game. Other games in the conference today will have Kennesaw playing at Liberty, Western Kentucky at Florida International, Sam Houston at Jacksonville State. And with an early score from the Dallas Baptist Louisiana Tech series, I'm kind of thinking they're playing a doubleheader today. I don't know that for sure, but La Tech already on the board with a 10-3 win over Dallas Baptist. Keaton Ray will lead off the second inning for the Raiders. Takes the first pitch low and outside, 4-1. So Wild had a very good first inning. 2, 3, 5 pitches, all it took him to retire the Blue Raiders. 1 ball, no strikes to Ray. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. The count will go to 1-1. Wind still blowing swiftly out toward the left and left center. In fact, the flag out in left center field pointing directly at the scoreboard. Pitch is outside, ball 2, 2-1. They shift for the left-handed hitter. The third baseman will play where the second baseman normally plays, and Ray skies it foul off to the left. And that's where he needs to hit it, because there's nobody on the left side of the infield with the exception of the shortstop, and he can't cover that whole left side. Second baseman playing at least 10 feet deep in right center. Pitch is high, ball 3, and the count goes to 3-2. Connor Wild, the pitcher, he's a California native. Ray swings, pops it foul down the left side. A long run for the shortstop, but that one's going to find the grass out there before Forrester, the shortstop, can get there. Count holds at 3-2. Forrester lost his cap on the way, chasing that pop foul ball. So another 3-2 pitch coming to Keaton Ray, and he swings and hits it in the air to right field. Second baseman running out. Right fielder will make the call and make the catch. That ball stayed in the air a long time. In fact, Keaton Ray was 2 steps away from second base when the ball was caught. The right fielder Corbett made the grab, so that's 1 out. And again, when you hit them to that side of the field, the right side, the wind's going to hold that ball up. 1 out. Here's Hayden Miller, the first baseman. Moved up to 5th in the batting order. Takes the first pitch high for ball 1. 1 for 3 last night. That was a solo home run in the 3rd inning. That was the Blue Raiders' only run of the game. New Mexico State had a big first couple of innings. There's a swing and a miss, 1-1 to Miller. .250 average, 7 doubles, 9 homers, 22 runs batted in. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the big lefty delivers outside ball 2. We've got a couple of very tall left-handers for the Raiders. Chandler Alderman 6'5", and Connor Wide is 6'7". There's a ball hit in the air. Third baseman is going to call for it. He's in fair territory and makes the catch. That one, again, hit very high in the air. The third baseman, Boston Vest, made the catch in the infield. So that is out number 2. And the batter is Clay Badalak. Batting in the 6th hole tonight, hitting .305. And shifting from third base to second base, the defensive alignment. Pitch comes in high for ball 1. Badalak, 1 for 4 in the game last night. And wide with the pitch, it's fouled off to the left. That one's out of play. They haven't shifted on him yet. They usually shift on all of the left-handed hitters. We'll see what they do after this pitch. Here it comes, and he grounds it foul over by the Raider dugout. Now they will shift. Third baseman moves across the infield and takes up position where the second baseman would play, and the second baseman just 2 steps back on the outfield grass, leaving the shortstop the only player on the left side, and Badalak strikes out swinging. I think he was trying to go to the left side, but the pitch was too wide. So 3 up and 3 down. Wild picks up his first strikeout. Nothing doing for the Raiders in the 2nd inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. Middle Tennessee nothing, New Mexico State nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the second inning in a scoreless game, game 2 of a 3-game series. First Vision Bank is a proud partner of MTSU Athletics. They are the official strikeout sponsor for the Blue Raiders this season. Don't strike out on your banking services. First Vision Bank, providing more power to your business. Chandler Alderman worked out of a first inning jam, got a double play behind him. So we're still in a scoreless ball game. Boston Best, the third baseman, a freshman, will lead it off. Right-handed batter hitting .306. Best in the game last night was 0 for 3. Alderman's pitch, that was right down the middle, a call strike. Best out of St. George, Utah. So he's no stranger to this wind, I'm sure. Alderman's pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. It'll be Best, Horvat, Corbett. 5, 6, 7 hitters for the Aggies here in the second inning. Chandler's pitch high. Count goes to 1-2. New Mexico State got their 20th win last night. Raiders still looking for number 20. And the pitch. Swung on a line into left center, a base hit. Best takes a wide turn around first. Snyder gets the ball in quickly, and the leadoff man on for the second straight inning for the Aggies, and that's hit number 2 off Alderman. The batter will be Gianni Horvat, the second baseman, a senior. 2 for 3 with a home run last night, 2 runs batted in. That was his first home run of the season, and he hit it out to right center field. Pitch to the plate, inside, brushed him back a little, ball 1. Infield pulled a double play in the first inning. They would love nothing more than to get a ground ball they could turn 2 on here. The pitch. Grounder foul over in the Aggie dugout, down to third base side. Raiders on the first base side with the bullpen mound in the field of, not in the field of play as such, but in foul territory, and balls are playable out there. Throw to first, runner back. We had a situation last night where the Raiders were warming up a pitcher, and the ball was hit foul, and the right fielder came on a long run, and our bullpen catcher, who was Lane Akers at the time, took one hop and leaped over that wall to get out of the way. Right fielder came across where home plate was in the bullpen, but was unable to make the catch. Which was down low for ball 2 to Horvat, and there's a shot in the left field. That's going to be played on the hop by Keaton Ray, Back-to-back hits to open the second inning. Same scenario we had in the first inning with runners at first and second. And nobody out. So the batter will be Corbett. Coach Myers is going to go out and talk to his pitcher. Corbett was 2 for 3 in the game last night. He was batting in the number 9 spot. 2 for 3 with a walk. And that performance pushed him up a couple of spots in the batting order. He's hitting 7th. Short conversation as the skipper met with Alderman, his catcher, and the infield also in. Now this would be a bunting situation. That may have been what Coach Myers was talking to them about. With first and second and nobody out, a lot of coaches automatically bunt in this situation, regardless of who's hitting. Alderman with the pitch. He's not offering to bunt. Takes the pitch outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Don't expect to see a lot of pitching, a lot of bunting rather in this ballpark. It's well known around the circles as a place where you can run up some big scores. Pitch is swung on, hit in the air to center. Going back, Snyder, he's under it, makes the catch. The runner at second will tag, and he will go to third. So that will be the first out. Corbett flies to center field, fairly deep fly ball. That allowed Vest to tag up after the catch and move to third. So first and third, 1 out. The batter is Woodcook, the catcher. He was 1 for 4. That one hit drove in a run early in the game, in the very first inning, in fact. Alderman ready to work to the right-hand hitter. And he is going to bunt. Alderman picks it up. The only play will be to first, and the run is in from third base. That was a safety squeeze, and he put it in exactly the right place. So the runner Best scores from third. That'll be an RBI for Woodcook and give him a sacrifice on that. Down to second will go Horvat. It's 2 outs in the inning now. The run in, and the batter's the number 9 hitter, Craig. He did not play in the game last night. Alderson's pitch, high and outside, ball 1. Craig Jr. from Omaha, transfer from Houston University. Alderman's pitch swung on, hit deep to left, but abruptly foul and out of the ballpark. This young man's got 6 home runs to go with 6 doubles and a triple, but only hitting .234. So 2 outs, a runner at second. And Alderman's pitch, this one's hit foul to the other side, to the right side, and out of play. 1-2. 1 run in, and New Mexico State with a 1-0 lead. Alderman with the pitch, high for a ball, 2-2. Lefty comes set. The runner leads at second. And the pitch to the plate is high, ball 3. Full count, 3-2. You don't want to put them on because that guy Forrester's up next. And we haven't gotten him out in the entire series. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch on the way, and it swung on, grounded to third, backhanded by Von Dolan. Long throw to first in time, and that will retire the side. That is all in the second. Glad we didn't have to face Forrester. So 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 man left on base. We completed 2 full innings. It is New Mexico State 1 and Middle Tennessee nothing. We'll go to the third after this on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
And we move to the third inning with New Mexico State leading 1-0. So it's time to go home. No, we can't go home. Yes, the ball game's not over, but Old South Properties, Tennessee's favorite home builder, an official home builder of MTSU, is this season's home run sponsor. So take that to heart, Kenny McKinley, who leads off the third inning for the Raiders. He is the DH in this game. Had an appearance last night in a pinch hitting role and struck out. Pitch low and inside to Kenny, ball 1. We know that Kenny can hit the ball a long way. 3 doubles, a triple, and 7 home runs on the season. Pitch, off-speed pitch, that one missed. Pretty good looking pitch, called a ball, 2-0. Kenny played for Blue Raider great Jason Maxwell over at Innsworth High School. Check swing, and that's in for a strike, 2-1. Well, we're playing in bright sunshine. I can see the ball a lot better than I could after dark last night, but I can't read the numbers on the scoreboard. That one kicks off the pitcher's glove, and Kenny will beat that out at first base, and that will be an infield hit for Kenny McKinley. It was a hard shot, and unlike the first ball that went back to the mound, Wild unable to glove that one. He did get the glove on it. It bounced away and went over to the third baseman, Best, who made a long throw to first, not in time. So that's the first hit for the Raiders, and McKinley's at first. The batter is Matt Wolf, the shortstop. He was my guest on the pregame show. Young man from Ohio. Matt last night had a base hit in the game, takes a strike. He was 1 for 4. Wolf hitting .297, has a home run. Showed bunt, took the pitch for a ball. So it's 1-1. He does bunt, and it's a great one. They will not be able to handle that. Pushed it to the right side, just past the pitcher who was charging that way, and when the second baseman Horvat came in, all he could do was watch it. So an infield hit and a bunt single, first and second. Might have another bunt here. Brett Rogers, the batter. Third baseman thinks so. He's coming in. Wild with the pitch. Did not attempt to bunt. Check swing strike on Rogers, 0-1. First and second. No outs. Third baseman has to hang close to the bag there. Strike on the outside corner, 0-2. McKinley, the runner, at second. Matt Wolf at first. And the pitch. Ground ball to second. They go to second for the out, throw to first. That's a double play. McKinley will move over to third. Now that is a 4-6-3 double play. And Wild will now face the leadoff man, Eston Snyder. That's the 46th double play of the year for New Mexico State. Runner at third, 2 outs, and the pitch. Snyder hits it foul past third. 1 strike to count. Eston hit one back up the middle, but the pitcher Wild stabbed it just as it got to the pitcher's mound. Snyder swings and fouls it back, and the count is 0-2. Runner at third, 2 outs. McKinley represents the tying run at third base. New Mexico State leading 1-0. And the left-hander delivers, swung on, pop foul right side. The wind's going to hold it up and blow it back and almost to fair territory, but the first baseman went back and made a nice catch. Just as he got to where he thought the ball was coming down, the wind blew it back almost into fair territory, maybe 1 step from the line, but the first baseman Campbell was able to make the play, and that is going to be all. So that'll be a foul ball pop out for the third out. So in the inning, no runs, 2 hits, and 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning. New Mexico State 1, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Jr. Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
We move to the bottom of the third inning here in Las Cruces. New Mexico State leading 1-0. They will have the leadoff batter, Brandon Forrester, who had an infield hit in the first inning to lead off. He has now been on base 6 straight times in this series. Switch hitter batting right-handed against the left-hander Chandler Alderman. And the pitch to the plate, he bunts, but right back to the mound. Alderman picks it up and throws poorly to first. The runner is safe. I don't know if they'll give him a hit on that or call it a throwing error. It was not a particularly good throw, and Forrester's very quick down the line. So he is at first base with nobody out. And with the bright sunshine on the scoreboard, it's hard to read. I think they give him an infield hit on that. It was not a particularly good bunt right back to the mound, and Alderman heard his throw a little bit, and he wasn't accurate. There's a chop ball to third, throw to second, out there, over to first, and out at first. Nice stretch by Miller. Had to take a high throw from Badalak, keep his foot in contact with the base. So that is a 5-4-3 double play. We earlier had a 6-4-3 double play. Second double play for the Raiders, and 2 outs, bases empty. Mitch Namey, the only left-hand hitter in their lineup, takes ball 1 high. So Alderman's had the benefit of 2 double plays in the first 3 innings. Bases empty, 2 outs. And the pitch to Namey is swung on and foul tipped. 1 ball, 1 strike. I don't think I'll be able to read the numbers on the scoreboard until it gets a little darker. Pitch is low, 2-1. But I do know the score is 1-0 in favor of New Mexico State. Alderman's pitch, swung out and missed, strike 2. 2-2. Most scoreboards will have daytime lights and nighttime lights, with the daytime lights being brighter. I don't guess they have that here. There's a ball line to left field, a base hit, drops in front of Keaton Ray. That's the second hit in the inning, but with the double play, there are 2 outs and a runner at first. So that's hit number 5 off Alderman. Runner at first, 2 outs, and the batter is Bryce Campbell. Grounded to Matt Wolf to end the first inning. He's in the number 4 spot in the batting order. Pitch to the plate is swung on, hit it off the handle. That'd be a tough play for Von Dolan. Throws to first, got him. Campbell not very fast out of the box, and Von Dolan took his time and threw a strike to first base. Well, that's all in the third. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 man left. So after 3, here are the totals for New Mexico State: 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors for the Raiders. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. 1-0, New Mexico State leading as we go to the 4th inning. You're on the Blue Raider Network. From Van Wagner.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the fourth inning. Tyler Minnick will lead it off for the Raiders. Minnick, Von Dolan, and Keaton Ray to face the left-hander Connor Wild. First pitch is in for a strike to Minnick, 0-1. He flied to center field in the first inning. Swing and a miss. Went after a low outside pitch, and it's 0-2. Tyler keeping that average just above the 300 mark, hitting .302. Pitch is swung on, hit in the air to right center. The right fielder over, he'll make the grab. That is out number one. So one out, the batter is Von Dolan. Flied to right field in the first inning. That was a ball that the wind kept from going foul. It was a high fly ball, and that wind kept it in fair territory. Pitch is low, ball one. One ball, no strikes. Von Dolan hitting .308, 15 homers, 41 runs batted in. Swing and a miss. One ball, one strike. One out here in the fourth. And the left-hander works. Had him out in front, a little foul tap back behind the plate, 1-2. And again, Von Dolan not seeing much in the way of fastballs, mostly off-speed stuff. 1-2. Wild with the pitch. Swung on, that's hit into the infield. First baseman fighting the sun. Campbell will make the catch. Both outfielders, center fielder and right fielder, started to move on that play. I thought maybe the ball might carry out to the outfield, but the first baseman, Campbell, had a pretty good line on it, and that's out number two. So with two outs, the batter is Keaton Ray. Flied to right field in the second inning. It's this one up in the air on the left side. Shortstop shading his eyes. Forrester back on the grass makes the catch, and that's out number three. Quick 3 up, 3 down inning. That's 3, 6, 7 pitches in that inning for Wild, and nothing across for the Raiders. 3 balls hit up in the air. So we will go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's still New Mexico State 1, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
1-0, New Mexico State leading. We go to the fourth, bottom of the fourth. For those of you who may just be joining us today, and I know we have people coming in and out all the time, mention again the fact that this is an all-turf infield, but an all-grass outfield, which is a little bit unusual. The home plate area is turf, but there's a cutout in front of home plate that's dirt. Pitcher's mound is dirt, and there are dirt sliding areas surrounding all 3 bases at the cutout where you normally have a cutout on a grass field. Pitch is skied over to the right side, and that one is going to be out of play. The batter is Vest. Had a base hit to left field in the first inning. Count is 1 strike. It's 345 feet down each line here, 385 to the power alleys, 400 to straightaway center. Ground ball to short. Matt Wolf over, nice sliding stop, and the throw to first gets past Miller, and on the way to second is going to draw a throw. Miller throws that way and safe at second. Wolf, the shortstop, went over, moving toward the bag, made a skidding stop on that turf, got up, and I guess knew he had to hurry the throw and threw it past first baseman Miller. Miller chased it down. Might have had a chance to get the runner, who took a wide swing around first base. And we'll have to see how they rule that. So a runner at second, no outs. Here is Horvat. And he pushes a bunt. That will go foul. 1 strike the count. Let me slip over next door very quickly. Now, the ruling on the play was a straight error on the throw by Wolf. So the first error of the ball game has a runner at second base with no outs. Count 1-1 to Horvat. Alderman checks the runner and delivers inside, ball 2. 2-1. So the leadoff batter has reached in all 4 innings for New Mexico State. Raiders have pulled a couple of double plays behind Alderman. Pitch low and inside. Minnick came up looking like he wanted to throw back to second base. That runner took a wide lead at second. That's Vest. So 3 balls and a strike. The count to Horvat. Right fielder Corbett is scheduled to hit next. And the left-hander delivers, and a shot to left field, a base hit. Keaton Ray up with the ball. They tried to stop him. He goes anyway and scores as the throw was cut off by the third baseman, Von Dolan. So it's now a 2-0 game. Horvat with a run-scoring single. That run will be unearned, by the way, because of the error. So runner at first, no outs. A run in. It's 2-0, and the batter is Austin Corbett, the right fielder. Applied to Snyder in the second inning, 0 for 1. Pitch is high and outside, ball 1. Corbett, a senior from Phoenix, junior college transfer. Swing and a miss. The count will go to 1-1 to Austin Corbett. New Mexico State again with an early lead in this game. Alderman's pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 the count. Raider infield double play depth. Already pulled 2 double plays in this game. And the pitch. Just a bit high, ball 2, 2-2. 86 degrees at game time. Not going to get any cooler till the sun goes down. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, that looked like strike 3, and Alderman thought so. Looks over to the bench as if to say, where was that? But called a ball, so 3-2. Have to do it all over again. And the 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit the right field. The base hit almost hit the runner. Runner will stop at second. So a shot to right field for Corbett for a base hit. And the runner at first, Horvat, had to jump out of the way of that one. That's hit number 7 off Alderman. And Coach Myers on his way to the mound. There's nobody loosening in the bullpen right now. So first and second, no outs. And again, the infield in. And again, you've got to consider the bunt. Woodcook laid down a safety squeeze in the second inning to get their first run in. And he is scheduled to be the batter. 1 run is in. Here in the fourth, it's 2-0, and the Raiders can't really afford to get too far behind in this game. They have not been able to produce much on offense through the first 4 innings. That is subject to change, though. Dane Woodcook, the catcher. First and second, no outs. And the left-hander's pitch, and he bunts. Alderman picks it up, goes to first. He looked to third. I thought he was going to throw to third. He thought better of it and turned and fired the ball to first for the put out there. So that's another sacrifice. That's the first out. Runners now at second and third, and the batter is Joey Craig. Grounded out in the second inning, 0 for 1. Alderman comes set, and the ball hit to center field. If it's caught, it'll bring in a run. It's not going to be caught. It's going to leave the ballpark. And Joey Craig, who did not even play last night, hits a 3-run homer. And that will make it a 5-1 or 5-0 advantage for New Mexico State. 3-run homer Craig, just to the left of the batter's eye in dead center field. That's his 7th home run of the year. 3 runs batted in on that swing. So that's 4 runs in the inning, 5-0 the score. Pitch is low to Forrester. 0-1, haven't gotten him out in the series. He's been on base 7 straight times. There's a strike called, 1-1. Switch hitter batting right-handed against Alderman. Outside for a ball, 2-1. That's the 9th home run Alderman has allowed this season. The opposing pitcher, Wild, has also allowed 9 home runs, but we haven't been able to get a loud foul off him yet. It's 2-2 now after a call strike. And the pitch to Forrester, hit into center field, stopped by the shortstop, Matt Wolf, but he had no throw. That ball was headed for center field. Wolf was able to take it on the hop before it got there, but no throw. So another hit for Forrester. He's 3 for 3 today and has reached base now 8 straight times. And with one out, a runner at first. The batter is Solorzano. Forrester walks off the mound. Shortstop Matt Wolf coming in to have a word with him, as well as catcher Tyler Minnick. I think Alderman is upset going back to that 3-2 pitch to Corbett that was called, or the 2-2 pitch that was called a ball. Ran the count to 3-2, and then Corbett got a single to the right field. Alderman really looked upset after that call, and really hasn't been the same. Hasn't been the same since. So the Raiders start the bullpen to work. It looks like we're going to have a change. And I think this may be Mbembo coming in. So that's going to be all for Chandler Alderman. Ethan Mbembo will come in to replace him here in the 4th inning with 1 out and a runner at first. And New Mexico State leading by a score of 5-0. So while he takes his warm-up tosses, we will take a break and be back with more Blue Raider baseball after this here on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Ethan Mbembo is the new pitcher for the Raiders. We'll pause for station identification, give you some numbers on him. When we return, you are listening to Blue Raider Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS. Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Mbembo making his 15th appearance. He is 1-0 with a 5.49 earned run average, 24 innings pitched. He's allowed 31 hits, 10 walks, 29 strikeouts. He's given up 6 home runs. Opponents hitting .307 against the right-hander. And he will face Solorzano. And the runner goes on the first pitch, throw to second, gets past and into center field, and that will be a stolen base for Forrester, another one. And he'll go to third on the throwing error. So now runner at third base with just 1 out. Forrester went on the first pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Swinging a foul out of play, 1-1. So it's 5-0. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Raiders have already had to go to their bullpen. Mbembo with the pitch. Hit to center field. Snyder going back. He's going to play it off the wall. That'll score another run, and he's going to try to go to third. Nope, puts the brakes on and goes back to second. Snyder knew that ball was going to be over his head. He just stood and watched as the ball kicked off the wall to the left of the 400-foot side in dead center field. And Sorlizano thought about going for three, but Eston got the ball in quickly, and he settles for a double and a run batted in, and it's 6-0. That run, of course, charged to Alderman. Mitch Namey, the batter, hit into a double play and singled 1 for 2. Runner at second, 1 out. And the pitch. Low into the turf, ball 1. Namey, a junior, is out of Mesa, Arizona. Started 42 games for them a year ago. It's in his third year in the program. Strike called, it's 1-1. Runner at second, 1 out. And the right-hander delivers low and again into the turf. Ball 2, 2-1. So Alderman lasted 3 1/3 innings. I think we can close the book on him. The pitch, low and inside, ball 3, 3-1. So he'll go 3 1/3, gives up 6 runs, 5 of those earned. 7, 8, 9 hits. Swing and a ground foul. Pass first. 3-2. 6 runs, 9 hits. 1 walk and no strikeouts. And Bimbo with the pitch. Drills foul again off to the right, out of play. Ball's going to roll into fair territory, so the right fielder, Brett Rogers, will have to chase it down. Get it back in. We'll do another 3-2 pitch to Namey. 342 hitter with 4 homers. The pitch. And a hot shot up the middle, a base hit. The runner will come in to score. Throw is cut off, and it is now 7-0. And that run will be charged to Mbimbo, who has given up 2 hits and a run since coming in. So it's 7-0. And the 9th man to bat in the inning is Campbell. And there's still only 1 out, and that was on a sacrifice bunt. Raiders have made a couple of errors in this inning. The pitch is outside, ball 1. High inside, ball 2, 2-0. Swinging a foul out of play. I think I said 7-0. It is 7-0. Scoreboard has 6-0. Pitch is outside. Ball 3. 3-1 to Campbell. 6 runs in the inning. And the pitch. Low for ball 4. So that will move Namey down to second base. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Batting for the second time in the inning is Boston Vest. Reached on a throwing error as the first batter in the inning. And Bimbo with the pitch, low and outside, ball 1. Runners at first and second, 1 out. 6 runs in. Pitch swung on, hit to right field. Campbell a long run near the warning track, hauls it in. And gets the throw back in. The runner does not tag, so that is out number 2. 2 outs. The batter is Horvat. He had a base hit to left field earlier in the inning. So he's the 11th man to bat in the inning. Two outs, runners first and second. Pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Strike 2 called. 0-2. Horvat 2 for 2, pair of singles. Struck him out swinging. And they'll throw to first to record the out. Well, he swung at a bad pitch in the turf outside. So finally, the 4th inning comes to an end. 6 runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. There were 2 errors. Also a walk in there. And 2 men left on base. We've completed 4 full innings. It is New Mexico State 7, Middle Tennessee 0. You're on the Blue Raider Network. From Ben Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
And after a very long bottom of the 4th inning, when 11 batters came to the plate for New Mexico State, the Raiders come up in the 5th with Hayden Miller to lead it off. Popped out to the 3rd baseman in the 2nd. First pitch to him is swung on, lined foul down the left field line, strike 1. Of the 12 outs recorded by New Mexico State against the Raiders. 7 have been balls hit in the air. Actually 8, counting a foul pop-up that was caught. Pitch is a call strike, 0-2. Connor Wild, the left-hander, delivers, and a ball hit to left center field. That's going to get down for a hit. So Hayden Miller leads off the 5th with a single into left center field. It's only the 3rd hit for the Raiders. New Mexico State already has 11 hits in the game. Runner at first, no outs for Clay Badalak. Strikeout victim in the 2nd. Lefty-lefty matchup. Wild with the pitch. Bounce right back to the pitcher. Throw to second, out there. Over to first, out there. Double play. That is a 1-6-3 double play. And the second double play for the Aggies in this ball game. So with 2 outs, the batter is Kenny McKinley. Had an infield hit in the 3rd inning. Kenny the DH today. Next pitch, low and outside for ball 1. Kenny swings, fouls it out of play, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Left-hander delivers, and there's a shot to left field. That's going to get down and cut off by the left fielder. McKinley will be at first with his 2nd hit of the game. Now the throw gets away, and Kenny's going to move into second base uncontested. That'll have to be a throwing error on the left fielder to allow the runner to get to second. Solid hit. Came just a foot or 2 short of the warning track. The left fielder got it quickly but did not make a good throw back into the infield. So down to second base, McKinley on the error. 4th hit for the Raiders, and Kenny's got 2. Matt Wolf, the batter. Takes the pitch low for ball 1. Promising start to the inning on a base hit by Miller, but a double play ball. And now with 2 outs, a runner at second. The pitch hit in the air, that's foul and out of play. 1-1. The wind still doing its thing, blowing out toward left and left center. The 1-1 pitch taken for ball 2. 2-1 to Wolf. That ball hit in the air to right field, and then right fielder coming in and makes the catch for out number 3. So that's going to be all in the 5th inning for the Raiders. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left, and there was an error in the inning. So Wild has blanked the Raiders through 5 innings, and we will go to the bottom of the 5th, halfway home in this game. It is New Mexico State 7, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Hey Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the fifth inning, a 7-0 lead for New Mexico State. I think Mr. Callow sent me some updates. Final score, we had this one, La Tech 10, Dallas Baptist 3. Final score, Liberty 6, Kennesaw State 3. So apparently no doubleheader in Ruston today. They just started early, maybe because of weather. FIU leading Western Kentucky 6-3, middle of the sixth inning. And our softball team across the way, 1-1 game in the fourth. Mbimbo delivers the first pitch, and it is a strike to Austin Corbett. Corbett has one hit, single in that big fourth inning. Outside, ball 1-1-1. Scoreboard update brought to you by the Daily News Journal. Read all about Blue Raider sports in the D&J. The pitch. Breaking ball stays high, ball 2-1. Mbimbo with a 2-1 pitch, strike call, 2-2. Good slider, caught the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Corbett, the number 7 hitter for the Aggies. Skies this one in the infield. Matt Wolf, the shortstop, gets the beat on it. He's got it. That's out number 1. 1 down in the fifth. Here's Woodcook, the catcher, who has been up twice, and each time he's been called upon to sacrifice, and each time he has done so perfectly. So has not been charged with a time at bat. Raiders have Johnny Stevens throwing in the bullpen. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Bullpen pitch got away, and catcher, it was Lane Akers, had to run out on the warning track and pick it up. Nobody noticed him. Nobody called for stoppage of play. There's a strike. 1-1. New Mexico State leading 7-0. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Mbimbo with the pitch. Just missed. Ball 2-1. From the stretch, ground ball to short. Wolf gloves it. Over to first in time, and that's 2 up, 2 down in the fifth. Number 9 hitter is Joey Craig, who lofted a long home run over the wall in left center, hitting out of the number 9 hole. A 3-run homer, and it was his 7th of the year. So he's batting with the bases empty and 2 outs. Right-hander's pitch swung on, hit in the air. Snyder moving over. He's got room out there, and in left center field makes the catch for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down in the fifth inning. for the Aggies, nothing across. We've completed 5 full innings. New Mexico State 7, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Go to the 6th inning, 7-0. New Mexico State leading. In case you missed it last night, the Atlanta Braves beat Arizona 8-2, and I think we'll be joining the Braves broadcast after this game is concluded here. Red Rogers leads off the 6th for the Raiders, bounced into a double play in the 3rd inning. Lefty as the left-hander delivers, swinging a little tap. Rogers is fooled by the pitch and just barely got the tip end of the bat on it. Strike 1. Connor Wild, the lefty, delivers, laid it right in there, right down the pipe. 2 strikes the count. Came into this game with an 8.10 earned run average. The Raiders haven't been able to do much with him. Pitch is high, 1-2. Wild making his 4th start of the season. Outside, ball 2, 2-2. Justin Snyder, Raider leadoff man, waiting to hit next. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out swinging. Had him way out in front of a pitch that was not in the strike zone. That's out number 1. And that is only the 2nd strikeout for Wild. He's getting the Raiders to hit balls in the air for the most part, which have all been caught. Snyder has hit back to the mound and fouled out to the first baseman. 0 for 2. Takes the pitch outside, ball 1. Snyder hitting .353 going into the game, 15 doubles. Got one yesterday. There's a strike. It's 1-1. 15 doubles, a triple, and 4 home runs for the young man from Franklin. The pitch swung on, hit into right center field, and the wind's going to hold that one up for the right fielder Corbett to take it for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down in the 6th. Tyler Minnick, the batter. Slide to center and fly to right, 0 for 2. And the left-hander's pitch right in there for a strike, off-speed pitch. He is throwing a lot of off speed today. And this one is low and into the turf. Skips back to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike to Minnick. Aggies got a run in the 2nd inning and then broke this one open with 6 in the fourth. They lead 7-0. Time call. The catcher's got a problem with the mitt, maybe, or maybe the PitchCom device. That's what it is. Count to Minnick, 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, Minnick is well aware of that situation, being the Blue Raider catcher. 2 outs, bases empty, 1-1 the count. And the lefty's pitch, outside and high, ball 2, 2-1. And the pitch, high, outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. It looks as if someone just hit a home run over on the softball field. I don't know if it was us or them. 3-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled out of play. Count will go full at 3-2 to Minnick. Bondolan waiting to see if he's going to get an at-bat in this inning. Ground foul past third. Count will hold at 3-2. And the left-hander's pitch is low and inside, ball 4. Well, that's the first walk given up by Wild. Minnick is at first. 2 outs. Mr. Cowell just sent me an update from softball. Apparently they did just hit a home run, and now they take a 4-2 lead over the Raiders in the bottom of the 5th inning. Softball game going on across the way. Dolan hits one into shallow left field. Diving effort, but it's going to drop in front of the center fielder. And Minnick, who was running with 2 outs, advances to third, and Von Dolan will pull into second. So the Raiders will have runners at second and third with 2 outs. It's a nice effort by the center fielder. Didn't come up with it. So I guess they're going to score that a double, although Von Dolan advanced when the throw got away from somebody. Haven't put an error on the board yet. Time call will have a visit to the mound. Keaton Ray will be the batter. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Ray has flied to right, popped out to the shortstop, 0 for 2. That is Jake Angier, who doubles as the head coach and pitching coach for the Aggies, just as Jerry Myers does for the Raiders. It's a rather long conversation going on. The plate umpire will go out and try to break it up, which he does. Keaton Ray waiting to hit. So Minnick will be at third, Von Dolan at second with 2 outs. That was the 5th hit off Wild. Ray takes the pitch into the turf, ball 1. Still some hitting room on the left side, although the third baseman playing way off the base. The shortstop almost behind second base. And tried to check, but went around. 1 ball, 1 strike to Keaton Ray. Second baseman, first baseman bunched on the right side, so there's hitting room on that side. Ball 2, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. And the left-hander delivers, and a ground ball to first. Should be an easy play for Campbell. He will make it unassisted. That's going to be all in the 5th. Raiders get 2 on, but leave them stranded. No runs on 1 hit, 2 left. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is still New Mexico State 7, Middle Tennessee nothing. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Ben Wagner.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
As we go to the 6th inning, go back to the top of the batting order. It'll be Forrester, Solorzano, and Namey against Ethan Mbembo, who'll be starting to work in his 3rd inning. Came out in the 4th, pitched the 1-2-3 5th inning. Forrester, a switch hitter, will turn around and bat left-handed now. Let's see if we can get him out for a change. He's been on base 8 straight times in this series. 5 straight last night, first 3 at-bats, 3 hits. Mbembo with the pitch. Breaking ball in for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch, line to right field, another hit for Forrester. 4 for 4 today, 9 straight times on base in the series for the sophomore, Brandon Forrester. 3rd hit off Mbembo. Forrester is just a sophomore. He's a transfer from Oregon State. So he's at first. No outs. The batter is Solorzano. Has a double and a walk. The pitch to the plate. Breaking ball misses inside, ball 1. So let's see if they're going to run Forrester again. He's already stolen 2 today. Well, maybe not. Maybe he's only stolen the 1. Did steal 1 last inning, and he'll draw a throw from Mbembo. Stole 2 last night, 1 today. Quick throw to first, and he's back. There are no outs. Forrester with a leadoff single. He is 4 for 4 in the game. All singles. There he goes. Throw to second. Very good throw by Minnick, and he is out. Minnick got him a 1-hop throw to Badalak, who put the tag on the sliding Forrester. And that is out number one here in the sixth inning. The count is 1-1 to Sorlizano. Pitch, strike at the knees, 1-2. Big right-hander comes set and misses outside for ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitches hit to the right side. Badalak on 2 hops over to first, and that's out number 2. So Lozano grounds out second to first. And with 2 outs, the batter is Mitch Namey. Two singles and 3 trips for this left-handed hitter. Swing and a miss. And Bimbo worked him with a low inside fastball and tried to golf it on strike to count. Namey got a single to center field off Mbembo back in the 4th. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Bases empty, 2 outs. We're in the 6th. New Mexico State leading 7-0. And the pitch to the plate, fouled off, back to the screen. Count holds it, 2 strikes. New Mexico State is 12-11 here on their home turf. There's a ground ball to second. Big hop for Badalak over to first, and that is all in the 6th inning. Leadoff single, but the runner thrown out trying to steal. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. Totals after 6 innings for New Mexico State. They have 7 runs, 12 hits, and no errors. And for the Blue Raiders, no runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors. So we will go to inning number 7, and it's still New Mexico State 7, Middle Tennessee nothing on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
So Connor Wild starts the 7th with a 7-0 lead. Connor spells his last name W-Y-L-D-E, Wild. He's been anything but wild in this game. He has only walked 1 batter. Facing Hayden Miller, fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Miller has popped out and singled. Takes a strike call. That was floating in, looked a little high, but call strike 2, 0-2. And struck him out on a bad pitch outside. Miller reaching for one. He could have hit that with a torpedo bat. 1 out. That's strikeout number 3. Double counting that. Badalak bunts. Pretty nice. Second baseman charges, throws to first. They got him. That's a good play by Horvath, the second baseman. Badalak pushed it past the mound. Might have been bunted a tad hard. So the second baseman, Horvath, charging, made a really good play to retire him at first. That most spots, that's going to be a base hit. So 2 up, 2 down in the 7th for Kenny McKinley, who has 2 of the Raiders' 5 hits. Takes the pitch high, ball 1. Two outs in the 7th, 7-0, New Mexico State leading. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Foul tip, that one rolls back to the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes to McKinley. For whatever reason, the Raiders just have not done well on the road this year. Team is 4-12 on the road. McKinley skies it down the right side. That is going to be foul and out of play. Raiders are 15-11 on their home park, but 4-12 on the road. Outside, ball 2. We do have a couple of Conference USA series coming up at home, with Jacksonville State coming in next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, followed by Sam Houston the following weekend. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outside, ball 3, 3-2. Raiders have 2 more midweek games, none this week, but the following week at Lipscomb and then the next week at Tennessee Tech. Strike 3 call, took it. Everybody in the park knew that was a strike. And that is going to be all for the Raiders. Couple of strikeouts in that inning for Wild, who's not really been a strikeout pitcher today. 3 up and 3 down. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. It is still New Mexico State 7, Middle Tennessee nothing on the Blue Raider Network. From Van Wagner.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Junior Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the bottom of the 7th. Not too many people stretching here. Maybe that tradition hasn't found its way to New Mexico. Not too many clubs use an organ anymore. I know Memphis used to have in Oregon. But the Chicago Cubs were the first major league team to install an organ in 1941. Roy Nelson was the organist. Cubs lost that game to the Cardinals 6-2. First pitch is a ball to Bryce Campbell. And Bimbo comes right back with a strike, 1-1. Bottom of the seventh inning, 7-0, New Mexico State leading. And the 1-1 pitch on the way. Check swing, that's in for a strike, 1-2. Campbell, Best, and Horvat, 4, 5, 6 hitters here in the seventh for the Aggies. Ground ball, foul outside the line at third. Von Dolan picked it up and made the throw to first, but that will be just a foul ball. So the count holds at 1-2. And Bimbo with the pitch. Breaking ball missed. No, that's called a strike. So that is a strikeout for Bimbo, his second. I did not see the home plate umpire give the strike call. Apparently, maybe that was a verbal call, which only the batter and the catcher could hear. One out. Here's Best. Best 1 for 3, takes the pitch outside. Safe on an error in the fourth inning. Singleton scored in the second, scored in that big fourth inning, and then struck out in to end the fourth inning. So we batted twice in that big inning. Pitch is outside, ball 2, 2-0. Bases empty, 1 out. The pitch. Fly ball center field over to right center. Snyder moving over that way will haul it in for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down in the seventh. Gianni Horvat has 2 singles, has scored a run, and has struck out. And Bimbo struck him out to end that big fourth inning. Pitch to the plate is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. And the right-hander's pitch on the way, a strike called, 0-2. Breaking ball hit foul. That's going to be out of play. Clunks into the grandstand over to my right. Count holds at 2 strikes. Outside for a ball. Tried to get him to bite. 1-2. And Bimbo thought he had strike three. Good fastball, but apparently ruled a bit outside. 2-2 the count. Started to walk to the dugout. Now back on the hill with a 2-2 count. And the pitch way outside, ball three. 2 outs, bases empty in the 7th inning. Raiders on the short end of a 7-0 score. 6 of those runs came in the 4th inning when 11 batters came to the plate. Ground ball in the hole, a base hit to right. That's the 3rd hit for Horvat today. And the 4th hit off Mbembo. 13th hit for the Aggies. Here's Corbett, has a single in 3 trips. Throw to first, runner gets back in time. Raiders have a right-hander in the bullpen, not throwing very hard. It may still be Johnny Stevens. And now Minnick asks for time, and he's got a pitch count problem. It's kind of 1-0 on Corbett. Raider assistant Dave Wisniewski tried to remedy that situation. Everybody with a lot of electronic stuff. I think they're going to have to go to the dugout and try to get a replacement part. So let's catch up on a little more baseball history. How about that? Roger Maris in 1961 hit his first home run of the year on April the 26th. That came off Paul Foytak of the Tigers. And then Mickey Mantle hit 2 home runs, one from the right, one from the left side. And it was the 8th time he had homered from both sides of the plate. Yankees win 13-10 at Tiger Stadium, April 26, 1961. Austin Corbett with a count of 1 ball, no strikes. Everybody's got their devices working now. Pitch to the plate, a ground ball. That's in the hole to right field. Badalak chases it down, but not before the runner, Horvat, will advance to third. That was a very slowly hit ground ball, but the way they were playing him, there was nobody there. First baseman, of course, was holding the runner, and Corbett just sneaked it through the right side. So after 2 outs, 2 hits, and the batter is Woodcook, who has sacrificed twice and grounded out. Catcher for the Aggies, bats right-handed. Runners first and third. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Breaking ball, that caught the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike to Woodcook. Craig, who hit that 3-run homer back in the 4th, is on deck. Outside. 2 balls and a strike. Stevens has ceased throwing in the bullpen. And Bimbo with the 2-1 pitch. The slow ball 3. All this has happened after he thought he had Horvat struck out on a 2-2 pitch. And then on the 3-2 delivery, Horvat singled to right. He's at third now. The pitch, strike called, 3-2. Corbett, who singled, is at first. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now the runner at first will be moving with 2 outs. Raiders still hold him on. I don't know why. There he goes. Line drive. That's fair. Down the right field line, rolling in the corner. Both of those runners will score. And the play will be at third. No throw to third. That's a triple for Woodcook. That's his second of the season. 2 RBIs. It's now 9-0. Better's Craig with a runner at third and 2 outs. Coach Myers on his way to the mound. And Bimbo coming out. We'll have a pitching change here with 2 outs in the 7th inning. New Mexico State now leading 9-0. And we'll tell you about our new pitcher when we come back on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
New pitcher for the Raiders, right-hander Johnny Stevens, coming in with a runner at third and 2 outs. Stevens making his 13th appearance. He has started 1 time. Record of 3-1, 8.53 earned run average. 19 innings, given up 25 hits. He has walked 18, struck out 19. Has allowed 2 home runs. Opponents hitting .329 against Johnny Stevens. Also from Walter State Community College. So if you follow Conference USA, you know a 10-run deficit after 7 innings is an automatic win for the team that's leading. So this may or may not be the last batter of the game. We'll see what Stevens can do with Joey Craig, who has a home run in 3 trips. Craig did not play yesterday, but in the lineup today in the number 9 spot and delivered a 3-run homer in the 4th inning. Stevens with a pitch outside, blocked by Minnick, kept that ball in front of him, ball 1. Now looking over across campus, looks like the softball game is still going on over there. 1 ball, no strikes. Stevens' pitch swung on and missed, 1-1. His best pitch is the breaking ball. Said he's been able to throw a good breaking ball since he was in Little League. Here's the 1-1 and a swing and a miss. Strike two, 1-2. Two outs, runner at third. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Craig. And struck him out. They're going to have to throw him out. The runner's coming in, and he's going to score. And I think that's going to end the ball game. Craig strikes out on a wild pitch. The runner at third, Woodcock, came in to score. And that will end the ball game. 10-0 will be the final, as New Mexico State celebrates as if they had won the conference tournament. So they win it in a walk-off, 10-0. And we are going to take a break and invite you to stay tuned for our post-game show. That'll be coming up next. We'll have a 2-minute break. Then our post-game show on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Today's game is in the books, and it's time to recap the action in the Blue Raider postgame show. Today's broadcast on the Blue Raider Network has been brought to you in part by Will Fraley, attorney at law, and by Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. Let's head to the ballpark for today's Blue Raider postgame show.
Welcome back. Didn't know we were going to be with you this early, but here's the way it went. New Mexico State wins 10-0. They score a run in the second inning, and that holds up until the fourth. They send 11 men to the plate, score 6 to make it 7-0, and then it remained that way until the bottom of the seventh with 2 outs and nobody on base. A single by Horvat, a player that the pitcher Mbembe thought he had struck out on the previous pitch, but a single followed a single to Corbett, a triple by Woodcock, And that made it 9-0 with the runner at third. And then Craig batting against Johnny Stevens, who was called in from the bullpen to try and get the last out. He did get the last out, but strike three was a wild pitch. It got past Minnick, and the runner at third breaking for home. Minnick only play was to throw to the pitcher covering the plate. It was not in time, and that 10th run scored after a strikeout and a wild pitch. Wow, what an end. So unofficial totals from my book for New Mexico State, and we have not gotten the official box yet. New Mexico State, 10 runs, 15 hits, no errors, 6 men left on base. For the Blue Raiders, no runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, 4 men left. The winning pitcher will be Wild, who goes the distance with a shutout and making only his 4th start of the season. And the losing pitcher will be the Raiders starter, Chandler Alderman, who is now 3-7. Wild now improves to 3-0 on the season. Don't have an official time of the game for you, but it was played in 86-degree weather, perfect weather with a cloudless sky, and I guess a happy crowd here at Las Cruces. Not going to ask Coach Meyer to come on. They're still huddled out in right field. I'm sure he has a lot to say to his team about this game. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. There's my final box score officially. As I gave it to you, 10-15-0 for the Aggies, 0-5-2 for the Raiders. Wild the winner, Alderman the loser. 2 hours and 10 minutes. The time of the game, 431 is the announced attendance. So New Mexico State now 21-22, 9-8 in the conference. The Raiders now 19-24, 4-13 in Conference USA. Final game of the series will be at noon tomorrow, Murfreesboro time. We'll be on the air at 11:45 for Game 3 of this 3-game series. I want to thank our studio producer, Jackson Smith, once again. And thanks to all of you for joining us today. I don't have a score from across campus. Looks like the softball game is still going on over there. Our Lady Raiders had been trailing late in that game. So until tomorrow with more Blue Raider baseball, this is Dick Plummer signing off from Las Cruces, wishing you a pleasant good afternoon from the ballpark.
Thanks for listening to today's Middle Tennessee State University baseball game. Today's game has been produced by Van Wagner College through the facilities of WGNS Radio. The content of today's game is owned by Van Wagner College and the Blue Raider Network and may not be reproduced without express written permission of Middle Tennessee State University and Van Wagner College. Be sure to join us next time for more Middle Tennessee baseball here on the Blue Raider Network.
Grand Holmes with a 1-0 lead. 0-1 on court.